Hey guys, Max here, and today is January 24th, 2016, and today marks my 1 year on testosterone. So, yay, I've made it. I'm 1 year on T now. I'm pretty excited, and a couple days ago, on the 22nd of January, I went in and got a consultation for top surgery. I'd gone in and I am probably going to need a mastectomy. They'll have to do the double cuts right under where the pecs are going to be. So I'm going to have two large scars, but it shouldn't be too bad. And if I build my chest right, hopefully it won't be too noticeable. Another great thing is the doctor I went to, they've actually never lost a nipple graft. So I'm uh, pretty I'm feeling pretty good about my choice, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be losing my nipples, so that's a pretty good thing. Um, anyway, I do have to go and see a therapist so I can get a letter so that they can send it to the insurance to see how much the insurance will cover of the top surgery. So they can't send that paperwork in until I can get my letter. So I called up the Pride Center and their counselor or therapist, whatever, he's hopefully going to contact me by Tuesday, I'm hoping, so that I can set up an appointment. It'll take a couple of visits, but I'm hoping within the next few weeks I'll be able to get that letter and I can send it into them so that by next month I'll be able to know how much it's going to cost and when I can get an appointment done. And so once I get the top surgery done, the plan is to get things set up to get my name and gender changed. So I'm hoping while I'm recovering, I'll get a court date, go in, get my name and gender changed so that I can finally go back to work as male. So I'm hoping by the middle of this year, I will officially be Max and I'll be male. That is the plan anyway. That's what I'm rooting for. So I'm pretty excited about that. I mean, this past year has been amazing. There's been so many changes. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I look great. I mean, I've got muscle that I never thought I could ever have. I'm doing pull-ups. I've been working out. I mean, my light reps I was doing yesterday for my chest for bench press, I was doing 95, and I was just like, no problem, just pretty awesome. I wanted to go heavier, like I wanted to see what my max would be, but without somebody here to spot me, I don't want to do it. So, any of you guys live in Utah and you want to work out with me and you want to come over and spot so that I can see what my PR will be, let me know. It'd be great to have somebody to work out with so that I could actually max out and see where my max is. So you should hit me up and come work out with me so that we can all get built and look amazing. Anyway, I mean, I've done a lot of research on working out. I know a lot of different techniques. I focus on my form. I take supplements. So, I mean, this isn't all just hormones. I do work out. I do watch my diet. I haven't been watching it too much recently. I've been eating too much. But I was down to 130 back before my second hip surgery. And now I'm up at 150. So I've gained 20 pounds. But then after my third hip surgery, I was up to 165. So I've lost 15 pounds. But I've also gained a ton of muscle in my upper body. And I mean, I'm back wearing my 30s, which right after the surgery, I was in my 34s and slowly moved down to 32. So I'm back into my 30s that I was wearing before my hip surgery, and they're actually loose. Like I have more room in my 30s than I did before the surgery. So like my waist has gotten smaller, but all my shirts are smalls, and I feel like I'm gonna rip the back out of most of them. So I've had to start wearing medium shirts now because I can't wear the smalls. So I've gained a lot of mass on my upper body, but I've actually lost inches around my waist, so that's pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy about that. So I've gotten quite a few questions about how I got my name. So if any of you have ever seen the show Dark Angel, the main character is played by Jessica Alba, and her name in the show is Max. So back in junior high, I believe it was, when this show came out, a lot of my friends started calling me Max because, well, she's a complete badass, and she wears leather, drives motorcycles, and I love to wear my leather jacket, so I guess I was just a badass, and they all started calling me Max. So I went with Max because, well, it is a male name, and I just liked it. It just fit. It felt good. So I love being called Max. It's kind of funny because there's actually a lesbian in the show that has my birth name, and yet everyone called me Max instead. So that made me feel really good, that they didn't associate me with the lesbian. Other than that, I've noticed a lot of my videos have all been about changes, like physical changes. I mean, I've had a lot of physical changes. I mean, like my facial hair. I have a lot of facial hair growing in, and I can't wait to actually be able to let it grow out. I figure I'm not going to shave like the entire recovery after my top surgery, and gonna see how much scruff I can get growing in. But I haven't really touched very much on emotional changes. One of the big things I've noticed this past year is, even with some of the emotional problems, all the stress I've been under, like my fiance and I mean, we got engaged and then bought a house, and dealing with getting moved in and dealing with the house, and then work and people at work and just the feedback and family issues. Like, there have been some times where I really thought that I should be more emotional, and I haven't been. Like, I actually have not cried since starting hormones. And before hormones, anyone who really was close to me, if you can remember, I actually used to cry a lot. Like, just like the couple months that my fiance knew me before I started hormones, I'd cried probably 4 or 5 times on the phone with him, and I cried a lot. I was always breaking down, really emotional over shit. And since hormones, I haven't managed to cry at all. When things happen, instead of getting really emotional and sad and crying, now I just kind of get kind of more focused, I guess. I focus more on, okay, well, this is a problem, and this is how I fix it. Now, I don't know if a lot of these changes are because of the hormones and how they're affecting me, or if it's just because I'm finally happy with myself. Like, I was always used to, every time there was a problem, I would just call somebody to fix things. If there was a plumbing issue, electrical issue, something needed to be done around the house, I would just call a professional and have them do it. Just this morning, my fiance was talking to me about getting new blinds for the house. And I was telling him, well, I don't really know much about blinds. And he said, we could just find somebody, hire them, have them come in, give us an estimate how much it would be for them to come in and put in blinds. And I'm like, or I could just go to Lowe's, find some blinds, buy them, and put them up myself. And he's like, well, there's a reason there are these jobs, is these people do really good jobs. And I'm like, I can do it myself, why not? I mean, when we had first moved in, my sink ended up clogging. And normally, if I have water backing up in my sink, I call a plumber. Instead, I went and grabbed some tools, and I took the sink apart and found the clog, cleared it out, put it back together, and fixed it myself. I mean, normally I would have just called a plumber and had them like snake it or whatever the hell they would do, but for some reason I just did it myself. I've never been that way before. I don't know if it is the hormones or just feeling like now I'm a homeowner and there's stuff I should do now. I don't know, I feel like I need to fix things. Maybe it's just a stereotype of men. I feel like now that I'm a man, that I should do certain things because that's what's expected of men. And so, being the head of the house, I feel like I need to take care of stuff. But I don't know if it's just a stereotype or if it really is something that's happened because of the hormones. I really don't want to make a really, really long video and have you guys sit here forever and a day. But it being my 1 year on T, I thought I'd make a longer video. I did make a video of me doing my injection this morning. I would like to get on to my fiance's computer and do some video editing and try and put together maybe some voice comparisons. It was a few days ago, I'd gone over to my boy Logan's place and we were chatting, and I'd looked up some videos I'd posted for another channel. It's a female to male, well, it's FTM Fitness Motivation, and I did some videos on there. So I'd pulled up my intro for that channel and listened to my voice pre-T. Listening to my voice pre-T was a huge mindfuck. Like, even just listening to my voice on 1 month and then listening to me now is a big change. But if you listen to my voice pre-T and then listen to my 1 month, it took 1 month and my voice dropped so much. And I was I'm gonna see if I can get a link for that, and I'll put it down in the description below so that you guys can go see my intro for that channel, because I was starting a fitness routine, and so I was doing some of that stuff, trying to get in better shape. But if you go to that link and watch that video, because I can't seem to find that video on my phone anywhere. I don't think it ended up getting transferred, so I wasn't able to upload it to my channel. So if you go to the link and watch my intro for that channel, you'll be able to hear my voice pre-T, and then you could go back and listen to my other stuff, and it is really pretty epic, the changes that's happened. It's just kind of funny because we were hanging out with a bunch of people that only know me now, and so when I put up that video and had them listen to me beforehand, they were like, there is no way. It is kind of ridiculous. Like, they had the phone up to my face and were looking at me and that, and then seeing me now, and it's pretty crazy. Anyway, as always, any questions, you want me to answer anything on a video, or just feel like chatting, hit me up. Find me on Facebook, whatever. Anyway, thank you for listening and being a part of this journey with me.